Well, it's time for this week's Made in Tampa Bay segment, and today we're going to meet a creative couple in Land O'Lakes.
You always love to shine a spotlight on authors, right?
I do, especially local authors.
Yeah, and how about these two? A husband-wife duo, Kristen and Robert. They're the author-illustrator team behind Brudders books. It's a series of successful children's books. And senior producer Corey Beckman has their story.
Our series is called Brudders Books, and it's about a little bear who we modeled just after a little child who's growing up, stumbling through the world, curious to learn for the first time. And so we wanted to give kids at that age a special friend that they could relate to and lean on and learn from throughout many different lessons or scenarios in life. My job previous to this was completely different. I was in the corporate world. I was in finance, HR. I never felt fully fulfilled in it, but I did it for like 12 years. I didn't know I would ever be a children's author at that time, but I just had this in my heart. Derek had started sketching the bear, and randomly he showed it to me one day. That's where everything clicked.
Brudders was my family dog. His name was Atticus, but his nickname was Brudders, and because he was like a little brother to us, so I would always say Brudders, and so that's where the name originally came from. When he had passed, he meant so much to us that I wanted to have his name live on forever.
So we have 2 published in the series right now. We're averaging about 1 a year it takes us. Brudders Learns How to Make Friends is when Brudders, he just wakes up from hibernation for the first time, and he's so ready to go out into the world and meet new people and make new friends. But he learns that along the way, that how important it is to just take the time to understand one another.
So once Kristen is done with the story, then I visually bring it to life. It's truly a blessing because she is just down the hall. So if she has a question for me, she can either walk in, or if I'm drawing a picture and I'll go, hey, is this what you had in mind when you were writing the story? We can easily just work on something together.
Brudders Learns the Joy of Saying thank you. That's the one where I wanted children to understand how good you can make not only others feel, but also yourself when you show your gratitude to them.
When I draw something and I want them to laugh at it, or if I want them to understand the sadness or an emotional change, if I see the child actually understanding that as they're looking at the picture, then I feel like I did my job.
We write it in such a way that kids can connect to the bear immediately. Page 1, like they see themselves in Brudders. When a child finishes a Brudders book, I truly believe that they have a really good understanding of the underlying message that's being told in each story, because they just observed Brudders go through this adventure, and they observed his highs and his lows.
We created these books that we want to be able to have parents put that on their shelf for a very long time and to be able to pass it down to their kids.
That is really awesome. What a duo there, Kristen and Robert. To pick up a book of your own, you can go to bruddersbooks.com. You'll also find Brudders t-shirts, cards, and the newest edition, maybe you saw it in the background behind Kristen there, a stuffed version of Brudders.
Some good luck.